What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. We are rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window for you guys to enjoy. So if you haven't already and you want to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester City transfer news this summer on YouTube, then make sure you have subscribed. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos, or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes once more is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also don't forget as well, let me know your thoughts of what you make of these transfers in the comments below. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check them out, then the link is in the description. It's a free app to download, so worthwhile if you haven't already. So let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the outs, and we've got an update on Samuel Edozie, the young player at Manchester City. Now, Sam Lee has said that Bayer Leverkusen have continued their interest in Edozie for this summer, and apparently now are closing in on signing him from Manchester City on a permanent basis. He has already been in Germany, he's had a look around, but he has since joined up with the under-23s for Manchester City in Croatia on their pre-season warm-ups and their pre-season training, whilst he's waiting for a fee to be agreed, which hasn't yet been agreed and is what is holding up this deal. So he is keen on the move. We're just waiting for all the finances of everything to be sorted with regards to that. Now, moving on, we do have the latest on Bernardo Silva, and he continues to get linked with Barcelona. That's going to continue, I'm going to tell you guys right now, all summer, and it's going to get frantic if Frenkie de Jong does leave Barcelona as well, as they're interested in signing Bernardo Silva. But I'm here to reassure. Now, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that there are no negotiations in place between Manchester City and Barcelona for Bernardo Silva. Man City's stance has been crystal clear right from the start of summer. They don't want to sell. Bernardo hasn't asked to leave. Pep holds Bernardo Silva in very high regards, and so any sale is just going to be very difficult to get done. It's going to be an expensive transfer, and quite frankly, Bernardo Silva isn't showing the indications to want to leave Manchester City, and Pep Guardiola seems confident that Bernardo's going to stay. He's even had to laugh about it, and if that's the stance from Pep, then I'm happy that that's convincing me that he will stay at Manchester City. Remember, any sale definitely does depend on Frenkie de Jong leaving Barcelona, which they're struggling to do due to money owed to Frenkie de Jong, and also the fact that he doesn't want to leave Barcelona as well. So it's going to be a bit of a slow burner. Maybe it's something we might speak about a little bit more going into August. Now, speaking of the now, moves us on to Oleksandr Zinchenko. Now, Fabrizio Romano has said that contracts have been signed now between Arsenal and Zinny. He's going to sign a contract until June 2026. It is a £30 million fee, and soon he will leave Manchester City and officially sign for Arsenal. The word official is what we're waiting for. We're awaiting official confirmation on that transfer, which could well come by the end of this week. Now, moving on to the ins, we've got more updates on Neymar. We learned yesterday that City have been offered Neymar and Man City have declined to make a move. Well, Pep Guardiola has confirmed that Neymar joining Manchester City, it just isn't true. He said that Neymar is an incredible player. He's a nice guy, but Manchester City are not interested in signing him. Man City will not be signing Neymar this summer. Now, moving on to the final transfer to discuss for today's update. It has been a bit slow in the last 24 hours with transfers, but something that's been very interesting and brewing up very nicely to develop into an official saga, and we know how much we love sagas here on the JSGC channel, is Marc Cucurella. Now, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that a bid is soon incoming from Manchester City. City currently working with Cucurella's representatives to try and get an agreement in place for personal terms first. City officially cannot speak with Cucurella, but we can speak with his representatives, get a feeler out there, know how much he's looking for, get an agreement, verbal agreement that is, in place with Cucurella's team. That's when City will then progress things towards Brighton and getting a fee agreed with them. But that's why a bid hasn't come in from Man City, because we've not got things agreed with Cucurella as of yet, and I'm not entirely convinced that we will have an agreement in place anytime soon. We are waiting for the sale of Zinchenko before we're going to push this any further. We know that there's going to be difficulties when it comes to agreeing a fee with Brighton for this transfer, and I think this isn't a transfer that's going to take a week or two. I think this is going to develop into 4-5 weeks time, so I'm talking into the start of the season, towards the middle of August, maybe even towards the latter ends of the window for Man City to get this sorted. And Mark Ogden's given some very fine detail on this and said that there's a big price difference between what Man City are willing to pay and what Brighton are asking for. City value Cucurella at £30 million. Brighton value him at no less than £50 million. And so there's a £20 million difference, and £20 million when it comes to Man City's negotiations is a lot of money. Now, I know Brighton fans will be watching this and they do leave their comments, so thank you very much for that. It is much appreciated. They've been telling me that City haven't made a bid, it's fake news, and just linking ourselves with their players, and we're trying to bully them, so to speak. Well, I sit here from a Man City's point of view, and I know how Man City work in the window, and Man City aren't flexing their weight. Man City are going to drag their heels is what's going to happen here. City will get their agreement in place with Cucurella, because it comes as no surprise to Brighton fans, I'm sure. Man City will be willing to pay Cucurella more than what Brighton are going to be willing to pay him, and so when it comes to finances, Man City do have the power to do that. So the big hurdle here is getting that agreement in place, and Man City, not just restricted by financial fair play, will not want to be ripped off here. And the fact is, we've spent £50 million on fullbacks before, players like Benjamin Mendy, Kyle Walker, João Cancelo. These were not cheap players for Manchester City, and Man City had to pay top end. And the fact is, Cucurella has done one season of Premier League football. He's had a great season for Brighton, and it's the next step up then for Cucurella. Is he ready for Champions League football? Is he ready for regular minutes and the capabilities and the ability to be able to win Premier Leagues and compete at the highest level in the Champions League? Because that's where Man City's aim is looking at, and Man City normally look towards the value of the money when it comes to signing players. And I'm sure people will argue back and say, we spent £100 million on Jack Grealish. Yes, we did, but he was also the only player or major signing that we made last summer, and that's why Man City spent that money on him, because we weren't going to sign anybody else. Whereas this summer it's different. We've gone out there and we've signed players, we've spent money on Haaland, on Calvin Phillips as well. So money has been spent by Manchester City. So City will be looking towards their budget, and they'll be thinking, this is what we can afford to pay, and this is what we're willing to pay. And I think Man City would maybe be willing to pay a little bit more if he's a little bit more experienced and things like that. But at the moment, there's a lot of money separating Manchester City and Brighton when it comes to Cucurella, and I've said before, I'm not entirely convinced that an agreement will be found. But like I said, I think this is going to be a saga, and so if you want to stay up to date with this saga and all the other transfer sagas and transfer news with Manchester City this summer every single day on YouTube, then make sure you have it subscribed. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to let me know what you think of these transfers in the comments below, and do go and check out today's video sponsor OneFootball, who will keep you up to date this summer transfer window with all the latest news for Manchester City and also all the other clubs from around the world, whilst keeping you up to date with all the latest football news, football scores, results, statistics, live league tables, live commentary, and all your good footballing needs. It's a free app to download. Link is in the description. Anyone that does download OneFootball using my link does help to support the future content created here on my channel. It does keep these videos coming for you guys, so I would appreciate any interaction towards that, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.